Good morning or good afternoon or good evening. It depends where are you in now. We will learn today about Python, especially about arrays in Python, multidimensional arrays. In the last session of week 9, we speak about the arrays, the learning outcome of week 9, week 10, and in this session we will continue in arrays. Last week we speak about how to add or remove elements to an array and the difference between list and tuple and set and dictionary. Other functions which we speak about, which is index, append, remove, clear, sort, count, insert, and reverse. And during the activities of last session in week 9, we watch about three videos. One video about the difference between list, tuple, set, and dictionary in Python. And here the essential questions. We speak about this and we answered together. And this week, the essential question: what is the multidimensional array? And where we can use multidimensional array in our project in STEM education, in our capstone projects. So in this session, we will learn about multidimensional array. Let us search in Google and saw some codes about the multidimensional array. So we'll write multidimensional array array in Python. Okay. And we are here have some links, tutorials point, and there is numpy.org. This is Grid one. Numpy, we know this is a library in Python, Grid library in Python, but I prefer the up one here, which is Geeks for Geeks, multi-dimensional list in Python. So we have many approaches here. We can sign in. I prefer to sign in my account. I encourage you to sign to register in this Geeks for Geeks plus the solo layer. I will enter my password. We can enlarge now. Now the multi-dimensional list in Python. This is old article. As we know, list is a type of an array, and we are speaking about multi-dimensional arrays. Arrays is maybe dictionary, list, tuple. So let us speak about this list. This is a two-dimensional array because it's one array or one list including uh, uh, list of lists. So the first dimension, which is it's this one, okay, this one and this one, okay, and the inner or the second dimensional, which each one of this one is another list, okay. This is an item, is one element. This is the first element of index 0 in the first dimension. and this is the first element in the second dimension, in the first element, and this is the second element in the second dimension. Okay, the second element in the second dimension, and the second element in the second dimension in the first dimension. Okay, so when we print this list, we will get this output. We can test this code. As you know, this is the comments, so we can test this code. Copy and go spider. Okay, file. Also, I will paste this code in the description. So let us open new project, Control V, and then run. We will save it as two-dimensional array. Save. We run. Now it's run, and here is, I think the output will be here. Oh, this is the output. Go back. Try second example. The same two-dimensional array, but we will use the for loop. I remember we studied about for loops or loops in the week 7, week 8 learning outcome. For record it's an variable. For record in A, print record. For record in A, print record. So record is just any element in the A. So the dimension, the output will be, this is output. The third example, we have A, same thing, we can write like this. And here we will use two nested loops, two nested for loops. The first loop or the outer loop, which is for I the counter and the loop, and the range, and we have range here. So we need number. So the number is the length of the array. So the length of the array. Okay. So here the length of the array, we have 4 by 4. 4 for the first dimension and 4 for the second dimension. And we have 4 elements, 4 lists. This is the first list, and this is the second list, and this is the third list, and so on. This is the last one and the fourth one. Okay. So and each list, which is the two-dimensional, each two-dimensional list consists of 4 elements. So this is the first element, which is of index 0, and this is the second element in the first list in the first dimension, and the third list of the second dimension, and this is the fourth. Okay. So in the outer loop, we are speaking about the variable I, which will rotate or loops in the first dimension. So here's the length of A, which is equal 4. Okay. Okay. And here J, which is the variable or the counter of the second loop or the inner loop. And here the range of length of I of A of I. A of I. So I here 0. So this is the element number 0. So here he will give the length of A of I because this may be varied. Maybe this is 5 elements or this 6 elements, okay? And we will check now and see, okay? So the output will print here A of I and J, A function of I and J, where end equals space. So after each element there is a space. This is the meaning. And here print, after we print one list, we will take space or a line, and then go to the another element, which is another or the second list. So let us copy this one, this quote, and paste here, Ctrl A, Ctrl V, and let's run. This is out. Let's make some change here, comma, and here 9, and print. So here the 9, okay? It's valid, comma, 10, run, okay? We have here creating a multidimensional list with all zeros. So here A equals 0 for x in range of n. We have two dimensions. The first dimension, which is n, sorry, the first dimension, which is m, okay? Because this is the brackets of the first dimension or the outer dimension, and this is the brackets for the inner dimension or the second dimension. So m for the first one and n for the inner one. Because of this, we have 5 lists. List number 0, list number 1, or index of 1, list index, and so on. So, sorry, n for the inner, n for the inner. Let's check. Let us check here, and spider, Control A, Control V, and press yes. So as we see here, A for x a range of 0. Hmm. Which includes the 5 with yes, yes, 5. M is equal to 4. We are right. We are right. M equal 4 and N equal 5. Let us change, make some change. Let this 5 and let this 4 and check. We have 5 lists, each one of 4 elements. Hmm? Okay, we can put here 1, all ones. 10, all will be 10. Okay, طيب. Let's append. The function or the method append in Python adds an element to the end of the list. So here we have A It's a two-dimensional array, and this is 3 of 5, 3 of 5, and we will append a dot append. So we will add the fourth list here. So after these three lists, these three elements, we will add another element which is this list. Okay. So the output when we print A will be this. This is the last one which we added of 25. Okay. Extend, add the elements of a list or any iterable to the end of the current list. To the end of the current list. So here let A of 0 equals this list. Hmm. Add the elements of a list or any iterable to the end of the current list. Check now. So he added this one to the first element, the first array. So this array or this first this list, this which is the second dimension, the first element in the second dimension will be extended to be with four another elements. So after 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, we will add 12, 14, 16, 18. This is the meaning of extend. Reverse. This is the order of the list. So if we reverse this, the last element will be the first element. And the previous one will be second. And so on. And the first element will be the last element. As you see. Reverse. But here, A dot 2, A dot 2, which is element number 2, which is this one, we will make it a reverse. So reversing is just only this one. Okay? This is meaning of reverse. Extend here, A of 0. This is the reverse. We can try reverse. We can try reverse in Spider. Check it. I have to check it. Okay. Control V. And here we will reverse A. We will A dot reverse. Check it. Let's check this one. It's working. Reverse of 1. This is which is reversed. Started with 20, 16, 12, 8, and last 4. Okay. If we press here 0, we are reversing the first element, which is this one. So we'll start with 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. But if we reverse this one, let's try remove this and make reverse. It's working. It started with the last list as the first, and the first this one, and the first V is the last one. Okay, understand? Uh, any comments like in below? If you like this, give me your reflection, share the video, and subscribe in the channel. Thanks for listening.